Merkaba is a very powerful mystical symbol ever known to mankind. It's like a very secretly held symbol, all till many few hundred years ago. It was only known to a handful of people, deep mystics, alchemists, and a few other secret members of high secret societies only held the symbol close to them. They figured that this symbol had it is like a tool to use to access the other dimension. So all of us have access to the three-dimensional space. But a few, hidden few, wanted access to the other dimensions. There are many other dimensions beyond what we understand and navigate. So these hidden few had access to information or being or navigating in spaces beyond the three-dimensional space, right? So Merkaba was their favorite choice. Merkaba it's M-E, Merkaba. Merkaba in Hebrew simply meant a vehicle of light, like a vessel. It's a ship. Okay, it's like a vessel. A vessel you use to travel to other dimensional spaces, right? That is the Merkaba. So in this workshop, I'm going to introduce you to this really magical, mystical symbol, the Merkaba. You're going to understand how it's made, what it is, what does it imply, what can you do with it, how can you use it. I'm going to take you through some really deep meditations on how to activate what they call as the light body. So we have the energy body, we have the physical body, the energy body, and the light body. So light body is what we take with us when we travel to other realms and other domains. So I'm going to show you small, simple exercises, meditations. Actually, these are very deep, powerful meditation that help us, activate a light body. So a light body is L-I-G-H-T, light, like the light, and also very light. So it can take you to other realms, other domains. Now we can start to get really wonder-eyed about the idea of what these other dimensions are and what is this thing, but don't worry, we're going to answer all these things and we're going to go into it. It is hopefully not going to be as mysterious as when you walked into the session. So in this workshop we are going to know the Merkaba, get an understanding of it, get in touch with it, know how to activate it, activate our light body. So what is the advantage of doing this? Okay. The first thing is, if you are starting to understand or travel into this within yourself, into this spiritual journey, or become what they call as the energy worker or a light worker or any one of these things, when you start to work with things beyond the physical, then you might, doing this or activating your light body with the Merkaba can help us move fast forward in the lane of being in that space of working with spirit, working with energy, working with light. Yes? If you're not doing anything in that space but just want to enter the space of being a spiritual person, okay? Being a spiritual person is nothing but being in touch with the spirit that is inside. We are a body, there's a spirit inside us, and when the spirit is gone, our body just disintegrates and dissolves. So we know clearly that there is something else inside us that is who we are. Though we identify in this three-dimensional space with our body, with our identity of who we are, what we do, where we come from, what we wear, but deep within we understand and realize that there is a spirit inside us. So when we can access that spirit, learn to see things, experience as a spirit, not just the body, that is when you are called a spiritual person. You are exercising your spirituality, right? So when you start to enter this journey of recognizing, realizing that you are beyond this physical form, doing this, getting in touch with the Merkaba will really help you to go into that space far deeper, far. This also helps you create what you call as protection, because when we start to navigate in spaces beyond the three dimension, we access information that can be positive, negative, can be harmful, can be good for you, etc., etc. So in this workshop we will also help you work at creating a space that allows only positive influences to get into your spaces. Otherwise, if you do not know what you're working with and just get onto the street as a child who doesn't know what it is to look out and look for zebra crossing and how traffic works as a child, you don't know, you just walk onto the street and boom, you could get into trouble. Right? So similarly, when you start to navigate in spaces that you still have not yet learned how to, we are just entering the spiritual space, let's say, as children, and in that space, when we are protected with the Merkaba, then hopefully we will not encounter all these little untoward accidents. Right? That's the idea of this workshop. First is to introduce you to this deeply mystical, mysterious symbol held by secret societies. So now we will get in touch with it, understand what it is, touch it, feel it. Second, we are going to do deep meditations to activate your light body, so your journey into the mystical world, into the other dimensions, becomes a little more faster, seamless. Third, we are going to create a protection around you, so when you start to create your journey into the other space, you are protected and you are safe. So this is what we are going to do in this workshop.